And now I sign legislation which takes a sledgehammer to another wall, one which has for too many generations separated Americans with disabilities from the freedom they could glimpse but not grasp. And once again we rejoice as this barrier falls, proclaiming together, we will not accept, we will not excuse, we will not tolerate discrimination in America.
Dear past President George H.W. Bush, when I heard the news of your passing, I was so deeply sad. I need to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your personal efforts on creating the law that changed history for the special needs community in America. The law that made it possible for people with disabilities to live a life of expanding their abilities that God gave them. The law that made it illegal for people with disabilities to be discriminated against. The law that enabled us to get jobs and pursue careers. This amazing law is called the American Disabilities Act. On July 26, 1990, this was when you signed that law. You faced a lot of opposition from a lot of people because of this bill, because of how expensive it was going to be for business owners. People called you names, but I'm personally thankful that you didn't let your critics stop you from writing that bill. You said in your acceptance speech when you were elected that I am going to do whatever it takes to make sure the disabled are included in the mainstream. And you surely kept your word. Thank you. Past President George Bush, you made it possible. You made it so possible for me as a person with autism to get a job working at the YMCA, working at Carowinds, Auntie Anne's Pretzels in high school. You made it possible for my friends and I to be advocates for people with autism, not allowing the disability to stop us, but propel us to our purposes. You made it possible for my friend David to get a job at FedEx. You made it possible for Bright Angels at Heart to raise money for autism. You made it possible for there to be people like Dr. Frank Gaskill to have a passion for the special needs community. You made it possible for people like Dr. Temple Grandin, Chris Burke, Mark Preston, and so many more. You made it possible for mothers like Jana that wants the best education for her son that has a called disability. You made it possible for there to be a National Abilities Awareness Month. You made it possible for there to be a Whole Creations YouTube channel, a channel that strives to highlight the abilities of someone that is known to have a so-called disability. Past President George H.W. Bush, you made it possible for the next generation, like Joshua and Matson, to have a future in this society. Thank you, past President George H.W. Bush. May God allow you to rest in peace now. From yours truly, advocate for the special needs community, Ryan Odman.